like for us to change the conversation quite slightly. I would like to move over to some quick fire questions just to get to know you a little bit better, and of course some of your experiences throughout your swimming career as well. I'd like to start off here at the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo. Who was your roommate and who did you possibly spend the most time with?
So my roommate was 𝗀cie𝗰𝗋. She was the baby of our team. She's actually living in the UK now, but still competes for South Africa. So I've roomed with Amy before, but only once. So it was so lovely just to catch up with her and really connect with her, other than just competing against each other all the time and being like racing rivals. We got to actually spend time with each other and enjoy each other's company. But then who I spent the most time with, probably Erin Gallagher, my teammate at the time. She's my best friend, so I would have spent the most time with her. But it also varied because she'd have to train at certain times and I trained at different times and stuff. So you kind of just, the girls, there were so many girls this year. The girls kind of just stuck together. So sometimes I would be with this group and sometimes, but we'd always be together. We roomed together. So I was with the girls, not really the boys.
Absolutely beautiful. No problem with that. Tell me a little bit about your most memorable swimming event.
Definitely my 200 IM at Olympic Games. I was in the end lane, which is the last seated in the heat. And that's just, Bianca actually used to call it the lane of dreams, because you can always be an outside smoke and just rock everything. And I was part of the circle seated heats, which were the Foster heats. And like I said, that was when I realized this is my dream. You're living your dream right now, Rebecca, just go and swim. And although it wasn't my best time, it was certainly my most memorable swim.
Oh, so beautiful. Are there any other events that you would like to compete in, just to challenge yourself and push yourself to the next limit?
Like I said, I do quite a few events already. I was always a long distance swimmer. I've done the open water stuff. I've done the pool swimming. I've actually been to a junior worlds for open water for the 7.5K. So I'm a pretty versatile swimmer, but I was quite shocked with my 100 fly at SA short course. So maybe let's see what I can do 100 fly long course. Maybe, I don't know if it's just short course or long course, but yeah, that's one that I can try and pursue. I don't know.
All right. And we look forward to watching you challenge yourself. Let's talk a little bit about your hobbies. Besides swimming, what do you do for fun?
Oh, I'm a real nerd. I love gardening. I love birding, painting. I play the violin. And I've actually just recently joined the worship team at church, so I can sing too. So, just being outside in nature is so much fun. I love it. I love going for walks with my boyfriend, going to look for birds, going to look for frogs and all of this. It's just something so different. I do like watching TV and series, but it's not something I have to do every day. I prefer to spend some time outside. And we've got a really beautiful garden at our house. So I sometimes just sit outside and I'm building a greenhouse for our garden where I'm going to keep some orchids and these carnivorous plants and everything. But yeah, I told you I'm a real nerd, but I love it.
Oh, absolutely beautiful. There's nothing wrong with being a nerd. Tell me a little bit about your swimming friends outside the Seagulls Swimming Club.
Definitely the South African team from Olympic Games. Like I said, there were quite a few girls there. You travel a lot with them on these trips, and because they're such intense trips where everyone's having to be so focused and all of that, it's sometimes really nice to have that group just to take that edge off and just be able to just, like I've said, find that balance. So definitely the SA team. When I moved from Cape Town to Durban, though, I still have many of my swimming friends in Cape Town who contact me, who congratulate me, who wish me luck, and they were my training buddies in the beginning. And then, of course, here at Seagulls, I've got quite a few, but definitely the SA the SA team.
Oh,
That's the swimming friend. So.
okay. Tell me a little bit about your favorite Speedo gear.
Is it okay to say everything? Yeah,
Well,
Speedo's been my...
Maybe there has to be that one item that really stands out for you.
Definitely the suits, the racing suits and the racing goggles. I train and race in the same goggles. But yeah, Speedo's been my family since I was 12. So I've really learned the brand over the last years, and the races have just got so much better and way more comfortable. And yeah, I love Speedo. But the goggles, the speed sockets, and the Valor and Intent Racer.
Nice. You mentioned your coach earlier, and I would love to talk a little bit about your coach, because he's such a vital part of your process and your success as well. I believe your senior coach is now Graham Hill. How important is he to your success? And maybe you can describe him as an individual. Is he a little bit more of an aggressive coach? Is he a little bit softer? What type of a coach is Graham?
Here, where to begin? Well, he's not the aggressive kind. He can be tough and firm, but he is very understanding. He is kind. He is family-centered and family-orientated. He's got his 2 girls and Haley, his wife. And yeah, I love their family. I love his girls. And yeah, I just love that he is so focused on his family as well. And not always just swimming. I mean, swimming is his job. It's his passion. And he is so brilliant at what he does. I mean, he's also determined. He will never stop fighting and give up fighting. He's competitive, very competitive, and very supportive. So definitely not that kind, but he can be firm. But he's like you said, I need him in my career now for where I want to be. And just I can also have confidence knowing that he has had how many people perform at such a high level. He's one of the world's best coaches, and I'm so grateful that he can coach me.
Oh, absolutely beautiful. And of course, we thank your coach as well, because he's vital to the process. And without him, you can't necessarily do what you're doing at the moment. You're locked onto the Sport MVT Insider, a podcast for unrelenting coverage of women in sport. Coming up this Friday, our athletes, coaches, and administrators answer the questions that you have always wondered about. If you haven't sent through your questions yet, just slide into our DMs, tell us your name, where you're from, and leave your questions, and we will make sure that we ask them. Keep it locked onto Sport MVT, where we celebrate women in sport.